My brother looked me dead in the eye and said, "The only superpower you have is being annoying." I slammed the front door and ran down the street. I was 6 blocks from home, still crying, when a white van pulled up beside me. Before I could react, the door slid open and a man in a ski mask grabbed my arm. "Don't make a sound." He yanked me into the back seat, locked the doors, and pulled onto the highway. I pressed myself against the window and watched my neighborhood disappear. I begged him to let me go, but he just laughed. That's when I heard my brother's voice in my head. "The only superpower you have is being annoying." I wiped my face on my sleeve and scooted forward. "Did you know that a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance?" He told me to shut up. "I just thought you would want to know." He said nothing, so I sang the SpongeBob theme twice, replacing every other word with the word Bologna. His knuckles went white on the wheel. "Do you have any snacks?" He said no. "That's kind of rude." I demonstrated my loose tooth with my tongue for a full minute. "Are we going to your lair? Is that where you keep the snacks?" I started crying for real because I hadn't fed my fish Gerald before I left. He asked who Gerald was. "He's my fish." He said Gerald would be fine. "You don't know that." I cried louder. He cranked the radio to drown me out. Then I sneezed and accidentally spit on the back of his neck. He pulled over so fast the tires scraped the curb. He got out, opened my door, and pointed down the road. "Your neighborhood is that way. Go." I climbed out. "Wait," I said. He froze. "Do you want to know what a group of owls is called?" He got in without closing the door and floored it. I watched him run a red light getting out of the neighborhood. When I got home, my brother was still on the couch. I walked straight past him. "You were right," I said. "It is a superpower." Gerald was fine. I was mid-lesson playing with my Gorilla Glue when an announcement blared. "Lockdown, lockdown. This is not a drill." A gunshot echoed down the hall, and we all immediately ducked under the tables. I felt like I was going to pass out, and the kid next to me peed his pants. Our teacher tiptoed to the door, and his face went pale. "He's coming to us. Everybody hide." He locked the door, but suddenly the handle started rattling. "Open up." The shooter kicked our door, then kicked again, and I could see the wood around the handle start to splinter. My classmates were crying and praying with their hands together because the shooter was about to come in and we had no way out. That's when I saw the teacher running to my desk. He grabbed my Gorilla Glue and ran back to the splintering door, shouting, "Smash the windows and leave. The door won't hold. It's been an honor teaching you." We grabbed our chairs and began smashing the windows as the kicking sound continued. And when I looked back, Mr. Rogers was pouring my entire tube of Gorilla Glue onto his palms. He was muttering something under his breath and shaking violently. He pressed his glue-filled palms to either side of the door and stood in the doorway like a human shield, looking at the sky like these were his last moments on Earth. The door splintered open right as I started climbing out, and I immediately heard gunshots. I turned back for just a split second, and my legs went numb because Mr. Rogers had been sprayed with bullets. His body was limp, but he was still blocking the doorway because of the Gorilla Glue on his palms. The shooter was pushing and trying to get into the classroom, but couldn't. I climbed out the window right as Mr. Rogers' body hit the floor. The shooter ran in, but we were gone. Mr. Rogers chose to never come home to his family again.